Army is worried about Jungkook. What's really going on? Is Jungkook unwell? Hello Army. In the dazzling universe of K-pop, where the lights shine brightest and the cheers are deafening, there exists a silence that no one wants to talk about. A silence that creeps in when someone who was once always smiling, suddenly goes quiet. Jungkook, the Golden Maknae, the youngest pride of BTS, a name known not just in Korea, but in every corner of the world, has always been more than just a singer. He is a symbol of perseverance, discipline, kindness, and resilience. From the age of 15, he stood before the world with wide eyes and a powerful voice, willing to give everything to his dream and to those who believed in him. But today, armies around the world are feeling something different. Something they've never felt before. A deep, gnawing concern. Because behind the recent viral video, lies a question that has pierced the hearts of millions. Is Jungkook okay? The clip that broke a million hearts. It was supposed to be a routine day. The kind of quiet day where nothing major happens, until it did. A fan posted a short, blurry clip online. In it, a man in a military uniform, cap pulled low, mask covering his face, walks through a hallway. He moves slowly, cautiously. His shoulders are slouched. His presence, usually so radiant, feels muted. Within seconds, fans realized that man was Jungkook. And something felt wrong. There was no spring in his step. No trace of the radiant energy that once lit up stadiums filled with 80,000 screaming fans. Even his body, now visibly slimmer, caused alarm. Some even said he looked almost unrecognizable. Not because of age, but because of exhaustion. In less than 24 hours, the video amassed millions of views. And the response? Heartbreak, concern, and a flood of questions. A global wave of concern. Across continents, armies responded not with anger, but with love. Not with panic, but with purpose. Fans from all over the world began sharing their thoughts online. He looks tired, not just physically, but emotionally. I've followed Jungkook for a decade. I can tell when something's off. He's not okay. If this is what the military doing to him, he needs to rest. Hashtags trended worldwide. *# stay strong Jungkook. *# we miss you JK. *# rest well Golden Maknae. *# our heart hurts with you. But what made this moment unique was not just the concern. It was the scale of it. This wasn't just a fandom reacting, it was a global community mourning a silent cry from someone they deeply love. Jungkook's journey, a life of relentless dedication. To understand why this moment hit so hard, we must go back. Back to the beginning. Jungkook was just 13 when he first stepped into the world of auditions. Too young to understand the ruthless world of entertainment, yet brave enough to chase a dream larger than life. By 15, he had debuted in BTS. And from that day on, he was no longer just a boy, he was the youngest member of a revolution. He trained harder than anyone. Danced until his feet bled. Sang until his voice cracked. Smiled through sleepless nights. Because he believed in one thing. I want to be someone armies can be proud of. And he did. Every performance, every comeback, every song, was a gift wrapped in his dedication. Even when exhausted, he pushed through. Even when hurt, he didn't show it. Because he thought, that's what being strong meant. But strength has its limits. And perhaps, this moment we're witnessing now, is Jungkook's body asking for mercy. The silent weight of military service. Military service in South Korea is not optional. And for idols like Jungkook, it can feel like being torn from everything they've built. Imagine being at the peak of your global career. Then suddenly, you must pause. You must leave the world stage, say goodbye to your freedom, and follow strict routines, discipline, and isolation, all while under the microscope of public opinion. Jungkook, who once sang before millions, now stands in line, follows orders, and wakes up before dawn. It's a noble duty, but also a mental and emotional war. Former soldiers say the hardest part isn't the drills or the exhaustion, it's the identity shift. From global superstar to anonymous soldier. It is here, in this massive contrast, that fans believe Jungkook may be silently struggling. HYBE's silence, a question without an answer. For days, the fandom waited for an official update. A health report. A reassurance. A tweet. Something, anything. But from HYBE, there was only silence. No statement. No clarification. No comfort. And when silence replaces transparency, trust begins to fray. Fans began asking, is HYBE hiding something? Is Jungkook really sick? Why hasn't he appeared in recent military events? Some theorize he may be in recovery. Others wonder if he's experiencing burnout or depression. There are even rumors of a temporary withdrawal from activities due to emotional exhaustion. While none of these theories are confirmed, the absence of answers has created a storm of fear, heartbreak, and speculation. Messages from the world, ARMY's endless devotion. But in the midst of uncertainty, a beautiful wave began to rise. Letters. Art. Music. Projects. A fan in France painted a 20-foot mural of Jungkook, with the words, "Even stars need rest." In Japan, fans place white paper cranes in public parks as a sign of peace and healing. In Indonesia, schools held prayer circles for his health. In the US, fan groups started mental health awareness campaigns under his name. From candlelit messages to skeleton signs, the world lit up in Jungkook's name. Because armies don't just cheer when idols win, they stand guard when they fall. What if he's really not okay? It's a painful question, but one that can't be ignored. What if Jungkook is truly struggling? Not just physically, but mentally. What if the years of non-stop pressure, the perfectionism, the loss of privacy, the fear of disappointing others, finally caught up to him? Mental health is invisible. But that doesn't make it any less real. And in an industry that praises perfection, sometimes even the strongest hearts begin to crack. And that's why ARMY is rising now. To say you don't have to pretend anymore. You don't have to be strong for us, let us carry you, just as you've carried us. A future full of hope. The road ahead is still uncertain. But one thing remains clear. Jungkook is not alone. No matter where he is, no matter what he's facing, the world is cheering for his healing, his comeback, his peace. And when he returns, whether next month or next year, he will not be welcomed with expectations, but with open arms. Because we don't need flawless performances. We just want him to be happy, healthy, whole. To Jungkook, with love. Jungkook, if you see this, please take your time. Please breathe. You don't owe us anything, because you've already given us more than we ever deserve. And when you return, we'll still be here. Clapping. Smiling. Crying. Not because you performed. But because you came back *L. Because you chose you. To the moon and back, Jungkook, we love you. Always.